Hey guys, it's Mike here, back more Kerbal Space Program. In the last episode, we did a station crew refresh of the space station orbiting Kerbal. So Melvin and her team were on there for over a year. So we did a crew refresh. So we just sent a pod up here. It just docked here, and then it also sent some fuel to this module for any spacecrafts that need to get refueled. So we have the leader here. This is Lobo. He's the leader. And we have Muriel, the scientist, doing many experiments on here. And Carnard is the engineer, so she can fix up any issues on the space station. Alright then. So we just did a crew refresh, nothing really special. It was a day where we got to relax a little bit. But in this episode, we're gonna try something special. We're gonna try a Duna mission. Now, isn't that special? Now, it's not going to be we're not gonna land on Duna, and we're not gonna collect science from Duna. Oh, I just heard something in the background. Never mind. So, off camera, I was designing this satellite. Now, it's just meant to orbit around Duna and help to establish a communications network. I'm starting to hear things. Anyway, so this is what the satellite will look like once it's deployed. So it's just going to orbit around Duna. It's not going to collect any science. There are no science modules on it, because that'll come for later when we eventually build a space station around Duna. So we're just going to try to get this thing into orbit around Duna. Now, you guys probably saw, maybe, I don't know how far I zoomed out, but you can see here, we are not really near a Duna transfer window. For a Duna transfer window, I think Duna has to be about 45 degrees ahead of Kerbal. However, I was experimenting with the craft a little bit, and I found that it is still technically possible to get to Duna. So we're gonna try a Duna mission when we're not in a Duna transfer window. So this is just another look at the craft. Alright, so it has boosters, separators, and yeah, basically just that. And of course it's unmanned, no Kerbals. And also, we need to let these guys rest. Hopefully they'll go on a long holiday with their families. Okay then, okay. So, enough rambling, let's get to launch. Alright, and it's daytime, isn't that nice? Alright, and I'll do a save here. Alright, you guys can see the time. It is 4:26 in the afternoon. And it's the 27th of June, 2025, so yeah, I'm doing well. Sort of. I was a little bored, so I figured that I'd make a video. Alright then. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I was a little bored. I was just sitting in my bed, not really knowing what to do. I was just bored, so I figured that I'd make a video. Because that's what YouTubers do when they're bored, right? They make videos. Now, I'm going to be making Terraria videos with Hostway soon. I might even try to get one out today. So I figured that I would get this video done before me and Hostway play Terraria. And this marks the 20th episode of my Kerbal Space Program series, and I did say in the last video that at this point, the videos on my channel are going to be a little more sporadic, because I've been doing big series. This is on my videos. I did 40 episodes of Space Agency 23, and after making this, I think my alarm clock fell down, because I don't know what I'll talk about it later. That scared me a bit. Oh, it's word that the boosters were going to damage the rocket. Oh. Okay, I was worried that the rocket was going to tip over too much. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, and after this video, I would have made 20 episodes in a row of Kerbal Space Program. So I decided that after this video, it's more gonna be sporadic. So I'll more just upload whatever I want. Instead of like making like a ton of episodes in a row or something. And like I said in the last video, I haven't given up on Space Agency 2138. It's more that I was just on a roll with Kerbal Space Program. So I'm gonna like divide up how much I play each game on my channel. Maybe it's like, I guess it'll give you guys a little more variety, so you won't really have to wait too much for another episode of whatever your favorite series is right now on my channel, or any others in the future. And I think I did say in my last video that I did like, I guess I sort of like set myself as like this Space Agency 2138 and Kerbal Space Program YouTuber. However, I do want to play other games. And of course, my channel profile, which is a picture of me as an astronaut, that'll be like still there to kind of pay homage to where my channel started. And of course, I'm still going to be playing Kerbal Space Program and Space Agency 2138. I guess they could be like the focus of my channel. But again, as my uploads are going to be a little more sporadic, I can't say for sure. Alright, so I have my alarm clock. It was like my bedside table. It was a little like crowded. It's a little cluttered, I should say. So like my alarm clock wasn't really like stable on there. I don't even know if the alarm feature even works. It was an old clock. Basically, like, do you guys remember Skylanders? One time when I was at the flea market, I was looking for like Skylanders stuff because I love the game Skylanders. And I hope it does make a comeback, but that's a story for another day. So I was looking for like just Skylanders in general when I found a seller who was selling some Skylanders books and a Skylanders alarm clock, and I decided to get it. Yeah, it's a neat little thing. Like I said, I don't really think the alarm feature works, but it's nice to have. I don't even think the clock is calibrated correctly. I think every time I've ever set the time, it always just goes back to a wrong time. I really don't know what's going on. Because it's a digital alarm clock. It's not one with like hands and stuff. It just says the time. Alright, now this is where it's going to get tricky, actually getting an encounter. But I did test it, and it is possible. Albeit, it's not optimal. So this is where I'm going to have to mess around with it a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good so far. And I jinxed it. Huh? Oh, did we get like some kind of one encounter? That... Oh, hold on. Come in. Alright, so... Alright, I'll just save that for myself. Okay, guys? Okay, but that is good, I guess. I guess I'm morbidly curious, so I want to see what encounter we got. Okay, so I'm on encounter. Did we ever get a min-miss encounter? No, it doesn't seem we ever got a min-miss encounter there, or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, not really edit this video because, like I said, I also want to have, like, fun making these videos. What kind of encounter did you just get there? Oh, this shows that I am a very curious soul. Min-missed one. So this is definitely going to take some trial and error. But I hope you guys, like, have fun watching me, like, try, fail, try again, and then eventually succeed in whatever game I play. And that's gonna take a lot of Delta V. Where? Oh, it seems that we're getting closer. Okay, we got an encounter there. Okay, we got an encounter. Okay, that's looking good. And on our journey, we can always just adjust it a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have enough Delta V. Alright, so... 55. Okay, so once we get to... Hold on, I'm gonna make an actual save here. Because anything could go wrong. Okay, so... Let's see. So that means we got... Trying to do maths on the fly. Hold on, let me get my hair cleared a little bit. Okay, so 60 plus 50, that equals 110, and plus 1, that's 111. So divide that by 2, that is 55.5 seconds. So once I get to 56, that's when I'm going to start burning. Alright, getting close. Alright, let's start. We're on a voyage. A very epic one at that. Well, speaking of Duna, I have started to watch the movie The Martian. So far, I'm liking it. See, I think I just have maybe like a half an hour left of the movie to go. So yeah, I won't say what happened in the movie yet in case you guys want to watch it yourself. But yeah, I am liking it. Yeah, I wonder if The Martian is going to become my new favorite movie. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I don't really watch a lot of movies. But maybe I should. Since I know one of my friends, I'm not gonna reveal his name because I never got permission if he like want to be featured in like my story times for my videos. But he watches more movies than like he doesn't really play many video games. He prefers movies and TV shows, including anime. While I'm more of a gamer, while Josue likes both TV and movies. But yeah, like maybe I could like try to watch more movies. Since like it is pretty relaxing. Alright, I think I could turn it off now. Okay. Wait, is that like target nodes? Okay then. Oh, nope, we gotta go back, and I was trying to make it a little lower to be efficient. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Alright, save the game again. Alright. Let's see, where's Kerbal? There it is. I guess Kerbal has a pretty big sphere of influence. Can we see Minmus anywhere? No, I'm not seeing Minmus. But there's Kerbal, there's the Mun. So we're on a great mission. Alright, and every 80 days I'm gonna check back up on the space station and transmit any science. I guess I could transmit some science right now. And after this mission, I guess we'll have to do another crew refresh. Does science transmit faster if the satellite dish is pointing like at Kerbal? Comment down below. And I will try to check the wiki myself. Hold on, while this is transmitting, I'll just ask my friend on text if he would be okay with him being featured in some of the story times on my channel. And hold on, no, because I have my phone linked to my PC, so I don't want to accidentally like reveal his information. Alright, we got that science done. Another save. Now let's continue the voyage. I wonder how much that deep space satellite is going to help. Hopefully it at least helps us out some bit. Alright, so once we get to 100 days, we'll then take the break to transmit the science. Well, maybe every 50 days I'll transmit the science. Okay, then. Because I don't want to waste any potential science. why does it say closest approach when we're already getting an encounter? Okay, so Duna's atmosphere starts at approximately 50,000 meters above the surface, so I'm going to try to get into an orbit of 60,000 meters. No, that's not really helping. And that's not really going to help either. Guess I should maybe unset the target. Hold on. I need to get to the blue line. The blue lines and the purple line just blend together so well. It's pretty hard to be precise. Path are we on? We're on the blue path. We need to get back to the space station. So I'm trying not to do like any checks because I want this to be like a pretty easy video to edit, just like the transitions, or like the fade ins and outs. Because I can't really tell how well the maneuver nodes are working for the Duna orbital probe, I guess I'll just have to try it myself and like basically try to, instead of using the maneuver node, just try to burn like every direction just to see if that helps anything. I guess we could have a checkup on the crew. Oh, they're not there. Alright, one of them is in here. Can we do a crew report? Yeah, not really gonna help us much, and we already got a crew report in the lab. Maybe eventually I'll try a mod where we have to have like life support and stuff in the space station to make things a little more realistic. Since Kerbals don't really have needs, they're just like... Okay, so 300 science added. Now let's get back to the probe. Alright, let's see if this works. No, it's not working. know what to do then. So, I learned from, like, my Mun mission that just because, or like, was it the Minmus mission? That just because it disappeared does not necessarily mean that you're not going to make the encounter. Alright, so that's when I started recording. So I would have been recording for 23 minutes at this point. Again, I'm trying to make this video pretty easy to upload. And to make up for the fact that, like, I'm not really gonna edit much, since I more just want to try to relax and just have fun playing the game. I'm trying to speak more. I guess, you know what, I know what to talk about. I'm going to talk about my experience trying to lucid dream. Alright, so if you guys don't know what lucid dreaming is a phenomenon where one who is dreaming becomes aware that they are dreaming and is able to control things inside their dream. Now, I was pretty interested in lucid dreaming for quite a while, and I have done, like I have technically lucid dreamed before, but okay, so it is decreasing, but that's okay. So now it's up to about 3.5, but again, that's okay. Alright, so now I guess I can increase it to 100 days. So, I have lucid dreamed before, but most of my attempts ended up in me, like, waking up. However, very recently, I have gotten a lucid dream where I was able to control how long the dream was, and I only woke up once I wanted to. So, when I first heard about lucid dreaming, I was thinking, oh yeah, I want to do this. And I tried a method where you basically repeat to yourself that you want to lucid dream and you are going to lucid dream tonight. And I woke up in a sort of hotel room. And I was wondering, is this real life? Then I closed my fist and then the room exploded. And I kind of realized, yeah, this is a dream, but then I woke up. Yeah, I'm like, and eventually, okay, and for another lucid dream that I had one time, so I was in my bedroom, and I was looking out the window. Hold on, no, that's not actually how it went. So I was looking on my phone, and I saw that it was like, can't remember the exact time, but I think it was around like 8:30, and I was, oh no, I'm late for school. Then I looked out my window and saw it was nighttime, and then I saw the shimmer from Terraria. And I was thinking, why is that there? This can't be real life. And then I realized it wasn't real life, and I realized I was in a lucid dream. So then I flew out of my room, pretty excited, but then I woke up. But yeah, I then told Josue about it in school, about the lucid dream I had. And I think it was 2 days ago that I had a lucid dream that was what I would consider my first successful one. Here, let me check my phone, since I told Josue about it. Okay, yeah, it was 2 days ago. Now, about what happened in that lucid dream, I'm gonna keep to myself, okay? See, I was able to control it, and I ended the lucid dream when I was ready to just go home, basically. Ever since then, I was thinking, maybe I do have a chance at lucid dreaming, so I've been researching, like, how to lucid dream. Alright, now we play more of the waiting game. Because I think we're down to 2. Hold on, I'll just stop at 350. Then I'll continue with my little story time. Maybe next time I'll try to do missions in between to make the wait a little easier. Alright, so it does seem that the amount of science we are producing is getting pretty low. But that's okay, since maybe we could try to collect more samples from Minmus. But, you know, I'm just happy that we managed to get more long-term science using this lab. We managed to, like... Oh. We need more battery. Okay. Not sure where it's being controlled now. I'll control it from here. So I've been using my Rocketbook Executive Core as like my dream journal. So I've been writing down like my lucid dream plan, what I hope to like lucid dream about, along with like just recording some of my dreams in general. So one of like the ways that I guess I'll try to like realize that I'm in a lucid dream, basically I'll be on my computer and I'll just be typing up something. I'll probably be typing up, I will lucid dream tonight, which is basically the mantra that I'll be repeating to myself as I fall asleep. Then Hostway's gonna message me on my computer saying that this is a dream, and I'll realize that it is a dream. Then I'll look around and find some of my stuff missing, like my whiteboard will be missing. And then that kind of confirms that is a dream. And then I'll just like, because I feel like from my desk, I have a lot of opportunities to basically go wild, since I pretty much use my computer almost every day. So it's just like a massive gateway, like, it's like a massive gate of opportunities. So yeah, maybe I can like, maybe order a spaceship online and then I can blast off, kind of like a Kerbal space program. Alright, I guess we could also activate these. It's probably not going to be as big of a problem on Duna, since Duna is so far away from the sun. Well, kind of. I mean, Ulu is obviously very farther away from the sun. In the meantime, let's check out some of the other planets. Let's see, we have Dres, one of the dwarf planets. So I heard that Dres has a canyon. Maybe it's on the nighttime side right now. Is that the canyon right there? Alright, and we have Jewel. the gas giant with 5 moons. And I heard that Lathe is about as big as Kerbin, so it's an ocean world with a breathable atmosphere. And we have Val. Can't tell like what environment Val is, maybe like an ice world. We have Tylo. Maybe it's like an analog of Ganymede, or maybe Callisto. Maybe Val is an analog of Europa. Then we have Bop, which seems to be just a captured asteroid, similar to Gilly, which is Eve's moon, and Paul. Seems that Paul is an Io analog, which is one of Jupiter's largest moons and is pretty close to it. And then last but not least, we have Elu. And it looks like Elu is soon to get pretty close to the sun. Well, not pretty close, but closer to the sun than Jool is. Because Elu is the analog of Pluto in Kerbal Space Program. And it does seem that there's a lot of canyons to explore. It kind of reminds me of like how people used to think that aliens lived on Mars because they saw crevices. Hold on. Oh yeah, we're just... How do we focus back? I guess if anything, we should be focusing on Duna. Wait, does the Duna orbital probe no longer... Okay, so it does have some kind of connection, but it is very weak. But it does seem it will get a little stronger. Alright, I guess I could save here because that does seem like another good opportunity. Alright, and let's do another check of the space station. So just like the Eve mission, this is probably going to be a pretty long video, so hopefully you're sitting comfortable with some snacks, or drinks, or whatever you have. Alright, so we are back to levels that we were before. But at least we got a good amount of science. Just imagine what we'll be able to build with all the science that we got. Circularization delta V estimate. I don't know what that means. Oh, and funny thing about the probe that I'm sending to Duna, I was watching Matt Lowndes' video on low tech to Gilly and back, and I found that it basically said that if you have a rocket that could go to the Mun and back, you have a rocket that can go to Gilly and back. So once you have about if you have about 4,000 meters a second above low Kerbin orbit, or in low Kerbin orbit, you're good. So technically, I could have sent that rocket to Gilly. But we already have a rocket on Eve. So I figured that Duna is the next destination. Alright then. So now I'll stop once I get to 250, or just 200. Since we still have to play more of the waiting game. Since this probe has been out will be out for almost 2 years. But it'll be worth it. You know, that'll give that means Melvin and her team, along with their families, will have a nice long time to rest and maybe go on holiday. Oh yeah, we just need to go to the space station. And we're definitely going to have to get the crew refreshed on here. Comment down below if you want to, like... Alright, there we go. So we are receiving just one a day. But hey, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. That's what Dr. Seuss said. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I guess just comment down below if you want to, like, see me do another refresh of this crew. Not sure if, like, the crew gets tired, because I think there is a setting where the crew does get tired, but I think that's in career mode. And I also know, like, there's a setting where you level up crew. So yeah, and I don't have crew levels in this save. Alright, so if we're gonna want to utilize the space station more, we'll have to, like, collect samples from other places. And I think I already did mention, yeah, I think I already did that. I want to try to build a space station around Minmus, and it'll be like a one-launch space station similar to Skylab. Alright, back to the probe. So now that we're only at one a day, we could do just... We can now just check on it every 400 days. So will we actually make that Duna encounter? Wait, so our year's not 365 days on Kerbin? How long are they then? Alright, so now we're down to less than one a day. But the experiments, the long-term experiments, were worth it. I'm not really sure what this is. I don't really know what curve-net axis means. Oh, it looks like it's taken the battery from here, but because of the solar panels, it's instantly being recharged. So was that first note a lie? Wait, so maybe we're gonna have to go around 2 times? Alright, let's see if we can try something here to make it a little easier. Alright, it does seem that we're getting somewhere. Ooh, that's pretty good. Alright, that's pretty good for an orbit. And we'll have enough delta V. So this is gonna be a big moment for us, guys. This will set up the eventual Duna colonization. Isn't that gonna be awesome, guys? We're gonna be one step closer to colonizing Duna. Yeah, because like we could have like a whole space station on Duna, and then a surface base. You know, it'd be better in career mode, but you know, like I guess this save is helping me. Like maybe it's helping me walk so I can run. Of course, just because this is episode 20, it's going to be a milestone mission. That does not mean that the series is over. It's just going to be maybe another book in the series. Okay. Alright, now it's being logged as 2 years. Huh? Oh, dang it. That's why I was, like, a little out of control. You know what? That's a good start. I can see the color changing. Wonder what that closest approach actually means. So yeah, this episode's probably gonna be an hour long. But hopefully you guys like that. So it looks like the experiments that we got, they're coming to an end, but that's okay. Just like with the science that we would have collected, from those experiments, that'll help pave the way for us to eventually get a Duna mission, and then we'll be another step closer to Duna colonization. Now, I guess I could, like, watch Matt Lowndes' video on how to land on land on Eve and get back safely. But I am gonna test that on a sandbox save. Alright, let's see if we can try to save on Delta V. Okay. So are we getting closer or what? Are we gonna make the encounter? Or is that just for when we escape? Like we escape Duna? Alright, then I guess I could do a check here just to be sure about something. Just a second. Alright, so just checking to make sure my computer has enough storage space. So I wrote down a little note about for when it comes time to edit this video, so I could just instantly get to that part and cut it out. But this is gonna be a big moment for us, guys. It's almost time. We're gonna go to Duna. Kind of. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither was our Duna colonization. I mean, unless you're Matt Lowndes. In which case, you get it done in maybe under 2 hours. Okay then, so I guess maybe I was just selecting the wrong periapsis node. Like, what's it called? Periapsis tracker? Okay then, I see my mistake. We all learn. And hey, better late than never. Okay. So that's gonna be a pretty quick burn. And that does seem it'll get us a good amount of efficiency. Okay. So yeah, I guess another big concern is that we would be captured within Ike's orbit. They'll kind of like fling us out of Duna's sphere of influence. So I'll try to like stay low near Duna, so like Ike doesn't accidentally catch us. Because yeah, this burn's not even a second at full throttle. Alright, let's go to Duna. Can we see like Ike orbiting Duna? Oh yeah, we can actually see it orbiting the planet. Alright, there we go. Looks like we're gonna be orbiting around Duna's North Pole. Didn't really even intend for that, but that's cool. Let's have a look at Ike here. So yeah, Ike is a very large moon. Look at that. It's like half the size of Duna. Not sure how big like the sphere of influence of Ike is. Alright, so we are gonna have enough delta V. Let's see if we can adjust the orbit right now. So for now, let's just get to 75,000 meters above the surface. Alright, this is gonna be epic, guys. I'm just watching like node in time right here. Alright, that's pretty close. Alright, I'll start now. There we go. Alright, and that's something we could work with. It's actually pretty neat that we're going to be having a look at Duna's North Poles. Not really sure how to like unfocus, or do you just click it and then you unfocus? I don't know, so I'm just going to use this. There we go, the red planet. Oh, look at that, the red planet. Is that our actual speed? Alright. So yeah, it's kind of crazy to me that we're actually going that fast. Oh, and that's what the interface looks like on the map screen. Kind of funny. Now we just need to get very slowed down. So that way we'll be orbiting Duna. Maybe facing the planet would help us. It is. Okay. Would retrograde work now? Will work. Does seem that it is working. Do have the save, but will it work? And we're in a stable orbit. We are in a stable Duna orbit. Now we can adjust it a little bit. Alright. Let's save here. So yeah, I've been recording for pretty much an hour already. Oh, gotta add the dash. Yeah, I put 2 reaction wheels on this thing, which is why it moves pretty fast. You know what? That's good enough. It's working. Okay. Let's see if we can get some thumbnails here. Alright. Hopefully I'll decide what to use as a thumbnail eventually. Now we can just adjust it a little bit more. Because Duna has pretty low gravity. And also, the atmosphere on Duna is pretty thin. Okay. But at least we got a successful Duna orbit. Duna is also a lot smaller than Kerbal, I think. Like, not really sure how big Duna is compared to Kerbal. Huh? Oh, no probe control. Yo, let's go back to that moment. Let's see. This is it right here. Let's get that orbit while we can. Let's try to do things right this time. Okay then. Okay. And we still have a little bit of time before probably just get it more stable right now, and then we can make the adjustments, because that's the most important thing. You first need to make sure that it's a stable orbit, and then you can make the adjustments. Alright, once we get to the nighttime side, that's probably when we're gonna lose connection. Alright, that works. We still have some connection. Don't really know how that works, but now we can just adjust it. And mission complete. Let's save the game here again, because this is a big moment. Now, could we try to change it up a little bit? You know what? That's good enough already. I can change it off camera. But yeah, we did it, guys. We got a satellite around Duna. We have a satellite around Duna. I'm trying to get some thumbnails here. Alright then, so yeah guys, like, I'm just so happy right now because we got a satellite around Duna. The next step to Duna colonization. So yeah guys, like, this was a big moment for us, and I guess we could check how much science is at the space station. This video is definitely going to take up a lot of space on my computer. But hey, everything will be backed up to the cloud, so I could just clean the storage afterwards. Wow, that is not a lot. But let's just transmit, because why not? Alright then. So let's head back to the Space Center and then we'll see that probe again one more time before we sign off here. I'm gonna make another note here, just a second. Alright, I just noted how long I was recording for, but look at all that science. Let's see if there's anything that would help us here. So we don't need actuators. Maybe that could be cool. I think I would want metamaterials for the Rockomax multi-point connector. Let's see. I do want this. Yeah. You know what? Let's get this. Now for the space shuttle, it'll be like a Mark II space shuttle. Alright, yeah, a Mark II space shuttle. Also get this. This. Alright, and this. I don't really need that. That will also be helpful. Engine pre-cooler. Maybe in the next video we could try to build that Minmus space station to get more science. So maybe I could get the Rockomax hub. Alright, that'll be helpful for when we get to Duna. But yeah, so this is just plain epic, guys. We managed to get a satellite around Duna. How cool is that? So it has pretty good connection to the KSC right now. We can always check it, so... Alright then. So yeah, guys, like this is just plain epic. So yeah, guys, I'm starting to sound like a broken record right now. So based on the tech that I already got, maybe I'll see what I could do. Like maybe either start a prototype for the Duna space station, or even get ready for a Minmus space station, so we can complete the tech tree, and then we can really explore the cosmos. So yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!